So it is August 12th, 2025, and we're kind of behind and we haven't yet done the video on Poppy and Dave's litter of 11. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of break the news that obviously if you do not follow us on our Facebook or Instagram, she already had her babies. They are a week and a half old. But what I wanna do, because I don't know if it's because we've been behind because of our older puppies or just procrastinating because there's 11 babies, they're right here, and there's a lot of videoing to do. So what I want to do is just my intro really quick is going to be us doing an ultrasound on her. We're going to see some little babies in there, and then our pickup with her when we meet Dad, kind of getting her there, and then we'll go ahead and jump right into the birthing vlog. It's gonna be very short and very minimal of each puppy being born, not like all the cleaning off and all of that stuff, because we want to show them off. Being a week and a half old, so they're 3 days shy of being 2 weeks. We have one puppy that has little peepers today, so let's go ahead and start this video so we can get to seeing them. All right, we got Miss Poppy. I see 4 right there. Let's see. Okay, so really quick first before we get fully into it. So when mamas start having babies in the middle of the night, we have to be really careful. It's not like we can pull an all-nighter because they might be like nesting and doing everything. We kind of have to get our sleep and set our alarm for every hour to check on them because they could nest for 2 or 3 days. Like sometimes it just depends on the female and it's different every litter. But I do know that with Poppy, thankfully she did start nesting, but it was, you know, before bed. And so what I did is every hour set the alarm to check on her. But when I finally seen something on camera, you know, I checked the alarm, opened the phone and look on the camera, and I seen something hanging out back there. So this is the video right here where I had walked into the room. I jumped out of bed really quick because my bedroom's right there. She's right here. I jumped out really quick and this is what I videoed, and you can see this little baby is hanging halfway out of her. You can see there's already poop out there, which means that it's been kind of stuck. And I'm not gonna say struggling, but pressure for that long. And you'll see how hard it is for me to pull her out. So I'm not sure if I wasn't exactly here, how long it would have took mom to have gotten this baby out. And then if you see this next video, so look at this puppy right now. It's been 12 minutes. So from the time I took the video to the time of, you know, really rubbing her down and, you know, doing all that I could to get her breathing and get her going. And she is still struggling at 12 minutes, but I didn't give up on her. So once I finally could get her breathing to an extent on her own, I grabbed the incubator, got it set up, turned it on, and then I had her in there until I got her really warm because she was kind of cool. And then I would put her in and see if she would suck, and then it's like she wasn't strong yet. So I would get her back in the incubator, keep rubbing her down, keep her stimulated, and then our baby made it. So she is so good. There's times that we have puppies like this that don't make it through. So this was our first puppy. This was Miss Pink. So let me grab her and I'll be right back. So coming in at 1 pound, 8.8 ounces right now is Miss Pink. And we did kind of leg and belly bath this morning and, you know, wipe them down and stuff just to get them all cleaned up for their video. I mean, obviously mom is doing a great job, but puppies are puppies. If you watched my video yesterday with Dixie, I spent a couple hours bathing and blow drying and getting her puppies all cute. I already had to give everybody a bath again today and towel dry because they just have fun. But this is Miss Pink. She is a tuxedo and she is gorgeous. Huge white chest, feet, tip of the tail. We have some that have some on the back of the neck in the back. So we'll just have to keep that in mind. She doesn't have that. But we've got our chin. And I love this half mustache. A lot of times when they grow up, that kind of blends in. You don't really notice it as much when their hair is short like this. But I think it's so cute. But this is Miss Pink. So here is Mr. Blue. Oh, he's so tired. So 1 pound, 10.1 ounces. He is precious. So he was our first boy born. Look at the back of the neck. Tip of the tail. We've got our feet. And our down the neck. Look how big our big white chest. You tell me that we did not make the best decision using Dave as the dad. Y'all know Dave is my baby. So I am more than happy that we have puppies that look so much like him, so much like mom too. And then we have our 3 white ones. I have to keep watching the tail, making sure they're not going to potty on me. We've had a few of those this morning already while handling. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. this is actually a pretty young age to get them to sit still while holding. We've done a lot of handling so far. Oh, that was a burp. But we are just loving this litter so much. And they are so cute. So next is Mr. Green, and look at that ear. Oh my goodness, they are so cute. So he was a 1 pound, 8.6 ounces. He's got a little bit more white on his feet. He's sleeping. Look at the back of his neck and look at this spot. Oh my goodness, is that not like the cutest thing you've ever seen? All the way around the neck. Like, these are perfection tuxedos. Big old white chest. Comes down the chin, all the way down the neck. Like, I am in love, and I am so wanting to keep a puppy, especially since it's Dave's, because they are perfection. So if you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, their nails are getting a little bit long. I can feel they're starting to snag again. So we will go ahead and do their nails in the next day or two. Oh my goodness. Absolutely precious. So mom and dad both are super high on their red indicators, like on the embark and stuff on their color. So all the puppies will be that way. Obviously, except for the white ones. You know, their red will get that dark, but not, you know, they won't get any red on their whites, just like these. Oh my goodness, I could snuggle these babies all day. I cannot wait until they get bigger. So here's Purple Female coming in at 1 pound, 11.7 ounces. So she's a pretty big girl out of the litter so far. She is solid white, as far as I can tell. I know. I can't find any red on her. So like her ears. So it does not mean that she is albino. It just means that she is an extreme white. So albinos would have like pink noses and stuff, and you can see she's getting pigment in her nose and on her lips. I don't know if you can hear Poppy eating out of her bowl. We leave food out full time for our mamas so they can eat anytime that they want. We've actually got some weight put on her, which is super exciting, because that's really hard when you've got a mama feeding especially this many puppies. So about 3 to 4 days into these puppies, she was having a lot of discharge still and really stinky. So I did actually end up getting her put on antibiotics, and I am so grateful that I did, because I was worried about the pyometra. No, I'm not mama. So that's one thing we just have to be careful for, because we don't want them to get an infection. And my vet was grateful that we did. And I will say, not only like the smell, I didn't work like fast enough, she was starting to get a fever. So last thing I wanted was for her to get really sick and then have to bottle feed these babies. And then of course, pyometra actually can be life-threatening. So we did not want that. So we were doing everything we could to make sure that Miss Poppy is healthy. And like I said, she's actually put on some weight, so that's very, very good, because she was so skinny after she had these babies. So another party puppy. This is Mr. Red, and his weight was 1 pound, 9.1 ounces. I'm going to apologize for mom drinking water with background noise. So he's got red on that ear and inside the ear. And that is about it. So we are grateful that there is some red. He's trying to get my hand. They are so funny and so sweet. But pretty much just looking like a polar bear puppy. I think you've heard me talk about that before. But aren't they just precious? What do you think, Mr. Red? So all of our party puppies are still available at this time. Obviously, we have our tuxedos go faster. I do think we have, 2 tuxedo spots left for the boys, and I think one, because there's 2 female tuxedos, and someone has first pick, Mom. Mom got in there, and they are trying to find her one across. It's like, I smell you, but I can't find you. And I guess he's hungry, too, because he's trying to get out of my hand. What is it, hon? Of course, they can't hear right yet. Okay, you're gonna get upset with me. I'll put you back with Mom, I know. This is like what y'all do when it's picture time. Whatever way you want them to look, they look the opposite way. I know. Mr. Orange is 1 pound, 12.6 ounces. Ooh. And he is a very, very handsome tuxedo boy. So his socks are a little bit taller. So the more puppies we get in, the taller their socks are, it's seeming. And our tip of the tail, same with the back of the head. We've got that spot on the back. I think that is so cool. Around the neck. Like, I just cannot believe this litter is so perfect. What do you think, mister? Huh? It's like we're over the handling. Like already with getting like our leg baths and stuff and belly baths and towel drying. Everybody's just like, give me back to my mom. But like I said, I do think that there is still, my website's always up to date. So if you go on my website, you'll see, I think there's 2 male tuxedo spots left, our white male, and then the 2 white females, and then 1 more tuxedo female. So, yeah, you tell them, huh? I know everybody's hungry. I know. I kept them away from Mom a little bit when I was getting them all cleaned up, and then now I started the video, so they're like, what's going on? Let me find Mom. There we are. That's a good boy. So here is Miss Yellow. And with my little screen I'm looking at, she looks like her face might be getting washed out with the light. But she is so cute. I'm really trying to get Toby talked into letting me keep her, because if obviously we've got more females coming up, but we might need to add a female or 2 in the next year or 2 to keep us going. Look at her, oh my goodness. But like her head structure, I know that she is, an all white puppy for breeding purposes. It's almost like our Opal that we have. Like when we breed Opal to Kevin, we should have all tuxedos. And then that's what we would hope for with this. So, but look at that red. So I just love her so. So she's 1 pound, 6.2 ounces. So she is one of our smaller babies. And of course, being a Dave baby, why would I not want to keep one? At some point, like there might be some of my females coming up that we could breed Dave with. I would need to look and see, like maybe Olive. She might be one that we could breed with Dave, but I just love Dave, and mostly his temperament, but his, you know, looks and stuff too is awesome. But this is Miss Yellow, and if someone doesn't snatch her, I think we might end up trying to keep her. But who knows? But she is cute. She's cute as a button. Cute as a polar bear. I guess I should be showing you guys holding them on their back, but they all do this. I mean, they are just the sweetest little things you've ever seen, especially at this age. Say hi to everybody. You want to say hi? You want to say hi? Oh my goodness. So this is Mr. Black. He is 1 pound, 13.2 ounces. My goodness, everybody's sleepy. I'm just waking everybody up. Mama got in there and feeding a lot of the puppies. She is panting. I don't blame her. If you can see, I'm sweating. It's hot in here. Especially when you start handling puppies, and I've already been like bathing and towel drying and trying to hustle, getting everything done. Because it now is actually 12:30 and I haven't fed everybody else lunch yet. So I need to hurry up and get this done. And then I need to feed lunch to my older puppies and mamas and get everybody walked, and it just takes a lot of time. But look at him, he's cute. They're all so cute. They're all just so perfect. But this is Mr. Black. So now our puppy with our peeping eyes is a Mr. Brown. And he's gorgeous. But he's our only one with our little peepers. We've got white on the back of our head. Big white chest. Chin all the way down. Like, my goodness, are these not the perfect marked puppies? So when their eyes are starting to open, their ears are also starting to open. So I'm wondering if he can start hearing. He's getting awfully wiggly. I think he's wanting mom. Of course, I did pull him off of her. He was sucking. There he is. Oh my goodness, he's so adorable. I know, I know, I know, I know. Of course, they're not fussy puppies, so that is good, but we just like to get where we need to go. Get where we need to go, huh? I know it. All right, so this is Mr. Brown. We have 2 more puppies left. Sweet boy. I want to get a good, hold on a second, we gotta bounce, 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 bounce. We gotta show you off good at the end, yeah? Okay, there we are. So next is Miss Gray. She's coming in at a whopping 1 pound, 5.1 ounces. So she has this side mustache, and then Miss Pink has the other side. So our 2 tuxedo females side to side look like they're sharing each other's mustache. So cute though, but if you can see, her snout kind of looks more on the smaller side. So I do think that she is going to be a little bit smaller framed than some of our bigger puppies. Oh, I know. Doesn't have a whole lot of white on the back of her neck or her head. But she is stunning. She's holding on to my hand. But we've got our feet. We're kind of back to our minimal socks, but still all 4 socks. We already showed you big white chest. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait to get everybody sitting up for their pictures because they're going to be so gorgeous. Aren't you? But this is Miss Gray. So she is our second. So we have Miss Pink and Miss Gray are our two tuxedo females. And then we have the two white girls. So next is, or I say next and last is Mr. White. So he's 1 pound, 11 ounces. You're also going to find that I don't have his collar on him except for picture time because obviously we know who he is. He either doesn't have a collar or will have his white one on. But who's crazy enough to put a white collar on a puppy, huh? But that's going to be his label, his white collar, and he'll have that for pictures. But he has all 4 feet, tip of the tail, some of the back of the head, but not a whole lot. Gorgeous big blaze up the face, down the neck, big chest, like perfection. Very sweet boy. What do you think, Mr. White, huh? Oh boy, he was actually the only one not eating, so I'm sure he's like, where is my mother? I know, I'll let you be with her in a second. She is the greatest mom. Of course, having 11 puppies, it is hard to keep up with all of them, but she's doing a fantastic job. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're not allowed to bite my finger. You're not allowed to bite my finger. All right. All right. Tell everybody bye. All right, guys, that is it for this litter for this video, a 1.5 weeks old. And I'm so sorry it took me so long to get this video together, but we got the ultrasound kind of thrown in there, picking her up when she was ready to come here about 5 or 6 days before her due date, and then delivery, and then now we get to see them. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed to our channel yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe link. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back and watching our videos. I'm going to link, I don't know which side it'll be on, I think that one. I'm going to go ahead and throw in that link where you can watch where we bred Poppy and Dave. I think it is so cute. I actually watched it again this morning to see what all I spoke about. And it is just so cute to watch them flirting and playing and stuff like that when we bred them. And of course you can see we have gotten a fantastic litter of 11 gorgeous babies. And I'm so excited to watch them grow, and I hope you are too. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.